They reached Afrin at sunrise, columns of Free Syrian Army fighters. Turkish special forces had been active on the ground ahead of them. Kurdish YPG fighters had withdrawn in large numbers. There was limited resistance. The rebel fighters, backed and directed by Turkey with ground forces and airstrikes, prepared to declare a victory here.
After we entered Afrin, we've liberated all the center buildings. We will declare a victory statement on the terror. We are telling the civilians to come back to Afrin. It's safe now.
Within hours, celebrations in the city center. By the Syrians and the Turks.
This is a gift from the Turkish armed forces to the Turkish people and our glorious martyrs on this day.
A reference there to the victory of Turkish forces against the Western Allied forces 103 years ago in Gallipoli in the First World War. The Turkish president was at the commemorations and made this announcement.
Most of the terrorists have already fled with their tails between their legs. Our special forces and members of the Free Syrian Army are cleaning the remains and the traps they left behind. In the centre of Afrin, our flags of trust and stability are waving instead of rags of terrorists.
And so, on the 58th day of Operation Olive Branch, Turkey's first objective is realised. Some civilians had chosen to stay instead of joining tens of thousands of others into Syrian regime areas to the south. It's reported the Kurdish YPG now intends to avoid direct confrontation with Turkish forces, instead engaging in guerrilla types of action. The Turkish have proved with force their intention to push back the YPG away from its border, and it doesn't end here. They'll be moving further eastwards. This is likely to be one battle of several. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera, Gaziantep.